I don't know how much you guys know about carbs and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm a little more sensitive to getting sleepy from eating a lot of food when I'm cutting down. But I don't really need to do that anyway. You know, the whole point for me dieting is I want to spread my food out throughout the day nice and evenly. So really, I kind of just screwed myself because now I don't have a ton of calories left to play with before I go to bed. So I've been aiming for 2,500, but I've been kind of loose with it for this whole month. Like, if I went the whole day eating just really low foods that are low on the glycemic index, which like oatmeals and oatmeals and yams and like wheat bread, stuff like that, what you'd refer to as more of like a complex carb. Those are low on the glycemic index, right? Meaning they're not just gonna spike your blood sugar like that. So if I go, you know, a couple days just eating foods on the low glycemic index or on the lower end, and then I have like, you know, 150 grams of just any kind of carb all at once, and I have a big insulin spike, then I'll kind of have like a blood sugar crash. That's one thing that'll happen is for me, in a bulked state, I can eat a whole box of Krispy Kreme donuts and a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, whatever. I won't get that sugar crash because I'm almost sort of used to eating that much food and that kind of food during the day. But, you know, when I'm dieting right now, I'll get hit with, like, I guess what you call a, what am I trying to think? Carb coma? Like after I eat a bunch of food, I'll get like, oh, kind of tired for a minute because my blood sugar will spike. You got to go to Costco and get individually sealed, like these 5-pound turkey breasts, pre-cooked. Oh my God, it's just the perfect poultry style of protein, in my opinion. You know, I'd rather have a block of that sitting in the fridge where I can cut off like an 8-ounce, I mean, I almost want to say an 8-ounce steak, basically, just a big block of turkey. It's just so much easier than like cooking chicken. But I swear, if you're not doing calves at all, this is guaranteed a better method of growing them than that. But then again, I guess doing any kind of calves would be. But if you think this is BS and you should just do your like calves on leg day, then do that, man. Whatever you got to do to get big calves. So I'll sit here for another however long this takes, and then we get in the car. All right. No calf check pump. Calf check pump. Calf pump check. And whatever. They honestly don't even get that crazy when they're pumped. I'm really just trying to give them some stimulus, get a pump. You know, I'm not sitting here absolutely annihilating them and destroying them. You know, I know that kind of sounds like a cop-out style of training, but I think they just benefit from daily stimulation, you know? So I'd rather do them like this than just sort of planned out throughout the week. But then again, maybe that would be better, so I don't know. I've got an open mind to calf training, but for now, every time they're not sore, I just throw 8 sets of single leg. That's kind of why I have some trouble lowering the volume, because it's like, I don't want to make it easier. But you're not just reducing the volume of the workout, you're just concentrating the intensity, right? That's kind of how I like to look at it. But, you know, if you've been doing something that you think might not actually be the best method, or you've been hearing people talk about different rep schemes and whatever, and it kind of makes a little bit of sense to you, you know, try it out for a few weeks, see what happens. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to say, all right, well, I didn't get much bigger doing that. You know, kind of look at your training reflectively and think, okay, for one thing, have I really even been going hard? A lot of the time that might be the answer. But then let's say you have been, like legit, you just got to change up your style. I saw one guy comment his go-to bicep workout, and it was 16 sets. Now, I'm not going to say you're not going to get a solid pump, but I think you could get more out of less. So that's kind of why I chill out on shoulders. You know, I want them to be, like if you think of this portion of my arm as like kind of being just a round ball, I want it to be the same diameter, if not maybe a little bigger than my shoulders. So since the shoulders aren't small, you know, my arms have some room for development. Whew. Damn, with the shoulder striations too. Absolutely brutal. So arms, like I want them peeking over my front delt. You know, that's why I'm not hitting any front delts, right? What's higher up right now? My bicep or my shoulder? Right, the bi is lacking. I mean, the tricep pump was still good, And the bicep pump was killer. Honestly, I almost called the workout at 6 sets just because I thought I was done. But I think I'm glad I did those last 2. I definitely got something out of it. Or maybe that's just my
volume-based mentality talking.
You know, more is not always better. Do not get that idea stuck in your head. But let's freaking see what we're working with here. Let's speed over to the pump room and check this shit out. All right, so buys. I was feeling buys a lot more than I was feeling tries. I swear that overhead stuff is something I'm lacking, and I'm gonna get on it. But it was gonna take forever to set up my little jerry rig method. I need to come up with some